Well, you join me on a relatively busy roundabout full of holes. Jesus wept. And dust. I want to talk to you about Lexmoto's new range of electric scooters, because it's causing some controversy for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. So they brought out the first one, which was an electric version of the Riot. So it's pretty much the same size, same tyre size, but the power is only equivalent to a 50cc. Okay. It's not the same power as a 50cc. It's got significantly more torque, but it does the same top speed as a limited 50cc, so about 27-28 mile an hour. They've got a range of about 80 miles. That's about it, really. Now, they brought out 4 in the range, and because the market's a little bit weird, I mean, no one else is doing this kind of stuff at the moment. So Lexmoto have stuck their toe in the water and said, okay, we don't know what people want on the market, so they've got one that has got a longer range, so they've got a double battery in it, and they've got another one that's got USB charging, and they've got another one that's got, it's festooned with alarms and all sorts of bits and pieces and trackers and all sorts, you know. And I say fair play to them. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's only got speed of 27 mile an hour, why would I want that? Okay, and the market is bigger than just your backyard, basically. There are plenty of big towns and cities in the UK, Birmingham, Exeter, Plymouth, bloody Salisbury for that matter, London, you know, Liverpool, Manchester, places like that, where you'll live in the burbs, and the top speed, I think, of motor traffic in these places is average about 18 mile an hour. So if you've got a 27 mile an hour electric scooter, it makes perfect sense, because you can skip through the traffic, because the traffic's not moving anywhere, and off you go. I mean, it's really good for people say, oh, I don't see the point, I can't take it on a dual carriageway. It's not for dual carriageways, you plum. It's literally what it's not for. I think RevBomb, if you haven't seen RevBomb's channel on YouTube, he said it'd be really good to put it on the back of a camping van, or a camper van, I should say. Now that sounds like a pretty good idea. I mean, they don't weigh a lot. They weigh slightly less than the 50cc. You can put them on the back of the camper van. You can charge it off the solar panels off the roof, ish. Which you're not doing anything else that day. You know, you can do this stuff. I think that's a brilliant idea. I mean, the use case I came up with, okay, you're a commuter in a city, easy gig, right? That's an easy use case. What about, I mean, scooters are step through, so what about if you've got low mobility but not zero? Okay, so everything's a bit stiff, you can't quite move, but you want the ability to be able to park just outside a shop, for example. So you live a mile or two away from the shops, so you jump on your electric scooter, it's instant start, you don't have to worry about priming the injectors or anything, or chokes or anything like that. It's not a petrol engine, you don't have to break it in or anything like that. You jump on it. You don't yet, I think for one of the models you don't even have to put the key in the lock, you just sit on it and press the go button as long as the key's in range. You know, so you park it up, shoot off, park right outside the shop because you can, because you're on a motorbike, and we all know what parking's like on those, don't we, chaps? Chapesses. So we just park up outside, pop in the shop, get whatever we want, back on your bike, don't have to fiddle about with keys or anything like that. You've got some storage space under the seat, as you do with most mopeds, and then you drive off home. and you've had to walk literally the length of the shop to get your pint of milk or whatever, and that's it. And I think actually that's a brilliant use case for these vehicles. I think they're brilliant. They're better than those e-bikes that you get. They help you up to 15 mile an hour and then you're left to it on a bike that weighs 25 kilos. You know, so you pretty much keep it in 15 mile an hour and then you have a range of 30 miles, so it's not for that. Speaking of range, I think they got between 70 and 80 miles range, which is actually pretty cool if you're commuting 5 miles a day. So your 50 mile a week commute is covered by that charge. And if you trickle charge it every night, which you can do if it's in your back garden or whatever, then you can do that. That's fine. You know, it's not a problem. So I don't see the annoyance with the range. It seems absolutely fine to me that you can do that. But it's definitely for cities. Definitely for cities. Definitely for short range trips. Or you don't have to use one of those e-scooters that are still illegal. Right. It's one of those vehicles. It's not one of. It's not for doing this. I mean, and someone saying, "Oh, Lexmoto, why have you done a 125 version?" Because Lexmoto don't know what the market's like yet. That's the reason why. Okay. That's literally the reason. So they don't know if you want USB charging for your phone. They don't know if you want it for student with alarms and security features. They don't know if you want none of the above. And they also don't really know what the price point is going to be. I mean, they're looking at the price point already, and it is a little bit costly for a 125 equivalent electric bike. I mean, that and the laws currently regarding your CVTs and what your limits are, yes, they're based on kilowatt hours, but it doesn't really translate to electric bikes that well. Electric bikes have got stupid torque, so even the electric bikes Lexmoto sell, they have been electrically restricted, shall we say, to 27. They can probably do 50, probably. I mean, okay, your range will drop like a rock. So it's all that kind of technological stuff that people need to take into account when they're talking about electric bikes. Just saying that you don't like it because it's only got the power of a 50cc is, you know, blaming a fish for being crap at climbing a tree. It's brilliant at being a fish though. Yeah, so there we go. So I'm quite excited. I mean, I would really like to see Lexmoto sales figures in a year's time and see which ones come up top that people want the gadgets. I mean, it's quite funny, the video that Lexmoto put out showed a guy charging his phone off his bike. I think actually in the future it would be really, really cool if you could charge your bike off your phone. I think it'd be really, really fun. You know, or both, or they fight over resources, so that, you know, imagine if you had one battery to rule all. And they just balance, when you plug your phone into your bike, it balanced the charge across the two devices. That would be kind of cool. But again, it's one of those things, I think. So yeah, it's not for me, but I'm not going to slag it off. Yeah, but yeah, relatively excited to see where we're going to go with these electric bikes. Lexmoto is the first big name that's actually doing some interesting entry-level market electric scooters. Interested to see where that goes. I guess they are as well. They've brought out 4 models, each with different levels of gadgetry. They're all about the same price. I think what they're doing is they're looking at the gadgetry first before price. I mean, I guess the actual main cost of the electric bike is the motor itself. So, yeah, we've got stuff all over the roads. I don't really want to go over that. Yeah, the main cost of the bike is the electric motor, so the actual gadgetry itself costs pennies. Like a USB charger, even for the aftermarket one for this, is like 12 quid. If you build it in factory, it's going to cost pennies. It's going to cost nothing. You know, so, and the alarm, like I said, it costs 20 quid for this aftermarket. Build it in at the factory, it's a lot less, because you're making thousands of them, or hundreds of them. Yeah, so interesting. I mean, they all come in about £1.5 grand. There's lots of crap over the road. Yeah, they all come in about £1.5 grand. I think it's 1,600 quid. Then you need to register, I guess, which costs another 100, give or take. There's so much gravel on the roads. Yes, I'm interested. I'm not dead against them. I mean, if I lived at my old house, which is more in the city, town I should say, then I would probably give it a go. Right. Lamford, Hampworth, Downton. Let's go this way. So you pull away, not bad. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, which one would you go for? Would you go for the Riot, which is a Riot? I don't want to call it a toy. I'm trying not to call it a toy, but it looks like it's a 125. It isn't. It's a 50cc. You're going to be cruising around with something that looks a lot more powerful than it is. Oh, that's pretty. Cheers, guys. Don't know why I said something. You can't hear me. Is this the King's Head? I want to turn left at some point. That's handy. Oh, I know where I am. I wasn't expecting that. Cheers, thanks. Either that or I've got the wrong road. Oh, I love this. This is what I love about getting out on a motorbike or a push bike or any kind of bike. Oh, that's very pretty. Do I get to drive up there? Look at a thatched cottage. I do get to drive up here. How nice is this? Right, Newbury, where the shit are we going now? Cover everything. Oh shit. It's saying I've got no fuel left. Oh fucking hell. Oh, okay guys, so Isca on green laning. It's not a green lane, but you know. I've gone the wrong way. Oh shit. Slab lane. I'm gonna go this way. Cheers, guys. So the Isca on the hills then works fine. I've actually done worse than this in Devon. It's pretty. The heather's coming out, so it's nearly time to buy your honey. Because the bees collect pollen, and the pollen tastes like plants, and it affects the flavour of the honey, so the heather's coming out. So once the heather is in full bloom, when we get some hot weather so the bees come out, give it a week or two, we should have some nice honey. Should have. But otherwise it just tastes generic. Doesn't really taste much. Do I want to overtake this guy or not? I don't want to yet because we join on with that road up there in a minute. And there's traffic coming the other way. What demands an hour? Well, it's saved me petrol anyway. Not that I need to worry about. I forget how this joins on, who gives way. I think we give way to them actually. Just take the visor off so I can see better. There's kids running around. Love it. Nearly out of fuel. Oh no. Best get home relatively quickly at the night. Should have gone down that way. It is very pretty. No trees down. There's a guy in the woods, miles from anywhere, in a t-shirt. Now it is strange. So when it gets to winter, I think I might get hand guards for the front of this bike. Because my hands are getting cold. Which is weird, considering the time of year. They are actually getting chilly. So if I get little hand guards, I should keep the wind off them. I can get the Oxford heated grips, of course, but I don't want to do too many mods. Oh, here we go. Oh, I do like riding motorbikes. Here we go. Cars are worried about. They're just going to do 40 and just go on the road. We've got gravelly bits and potholes and idiot drivers, ditches, people overtaking other things, all that kind of stuff. We've got all that to worry about. All we're going to worry about is how wide the car is. The bridge. I love riding bikes. And just that little nod, it's like car drivers don't nod at each other. They just don't. Bike riders do, of any stripe. If you're on a push bike, road bike, you get a wave and a nod. If you're on a motorbike, you get a wave and a nod. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Not a fan of this corner. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Guess the speed of this road. No, you're wrong, it's 30. I believe. Feel free to leave a comment as well. Lots of people leaving comment. I say lots of people. I'm a tiny channel, but I do like getting the comments. I like chatting to people. So yeah, if you have an opinion on these electric bikes from Lexmoto, or electric bikes in general, or the future of biking, feel free to leave a comment. I have so many opinions. She on the wrong side of the road. Yes, like, comment, subscribe, and I shall... Who says that? I shall see you in the next... Whoa, I can't see you. I can't see you. I'll see you later. No, you won't. You'll see me.